Well, it's been incredibly fickle weather today. See how many clouds there are over there? It looks quite ominous. But then you do a 180 and you've got clear skies the other side. So it's like being back in Melbourne. It's so schizophrenic, this weather. So I did get caught, and I didn't get the $1 terracotta pots, little ones that they had advertised. They didn't have any in stock. They also didn't have, Bunnings didn't have the Yates potting mix that I wanted. I had to use the seed starter instead, which should be okay anyway, because I talked to one of the staff there and they've been growing tomatoes using that type of mix in an Osmocote brand rather than Yates. But Yates got a good write-up online, so I'll give them a go. And luckily it just fits in the back of my backpack, and I don't think I could really carry much more. It's 15 kilos and it's about right. I can handle that. So I'll get my pots at the Kmart instead, and that'll be all worked out. Also, I found out today I can get myself a free will done through the Queensland government. If you want to do a power of attorney, they charge for that, but to actually get a will drafted, it's gratis basically. So that's not bad. I don't know if that's the case elsewhere in Australia, but in Queensland you can get yourself a basic will done and no charge. That's pretty damn good, because I just want to make sure the government don't get a third of it. Basically, I'd rather go to a nominated charitable organisation and family that I want it to go to, not to where the government wants it to. Because I mean, I'm so cynical about what they do with money. They're the last people I want to get to have their fingers on the purse strings. So yeah, a bit of a hike back home. Have to go past Osman House, where hopefully I won't get some Darrow yelling out to me saying, "Hey bro." Trying to create empathy where there was absolutely none and will never be any. So leaving the industrial heartland of Cairns, where Bunnings is located, and back towards bureaucracy land, which is the local government. And of course the ubiquitous gigantic transports that you see everywhere around here. Lots of big trucks in Cairns. Makes sense. Yeah, actually the weight's not too bad, and I haven't had any rain yet, thank God. So that's good. And but I wanted to get some more plants going, because I've got the new seeds, and want to have a go at it, at propagating quite a few different plants. So 15 kilos, that's not bad. I mean, the other ones I bought were 25 kilos each. So 15 kilos still going to give me a bit of it's going to fill up a few pots. I'll get some seed trays, that'd be good. I don't think Bunnings is all that cheap, to be honest with you, but I don't know if I'll be able to get the variety elsewhere. So I'll see what Kmart's got. If they've got any fertiliser, any potting mix or anything like that, there might be better deals. Certainly I've seen stuff at Reject Shop, and I might go and buy some there. Other weird thing about Bunnings is that they've got this brand that I bought in the past, and I thought it was Bunnings brand, but it's actually Brunnings with an R, and I've got no idea whether they're related to one another. Just very strange how close it is, and maybe that's just sharp marketing by the people who make up that particular potting mix. But you know, I don't know if the potting mix is much good. And as I said to the girl, I probably don't get enough sun in the balcony I've got for things like tomatoes. The only way I can really get it happening, well, look, there's a couple of ways. I could actually have hanging baskets, which I can get from Reject Shop. They've got them fairly cheap. I can get a couple of those, put them right on the edge. They'll get more sun, and if I try to grow tomatoes there, I might have more success. So because I've got such a large balcony, I've got that option. And having a look at it, I don't think I'm going to need a bracket to hang the hanging baskets off. I think I can just hang them directly off the wood. There's at least enough room for a couple of those hanging baskets, so that's another solution. So we'll see how we go. I might even go and buy them today, because the reject shop's pretty close, and you don't know how busy it's going to be at Kmart. So yeah, I might do that. Get the ball rolling, and hopefully by the end of the week I'll have my tricycle, and I'll be able to start doing some major shopping in the area, and like I say, 50 kilo loads. So we'll see how it goes. I just want the weather to be a bit better than this if I'm riding a trike, although it's safer than a push bike. 3 wheels have got to be better than 2. Anyway, coming up to Osmond House across the road there. Will we be accosted by some drugged up resident? Well, we'll see. Fairly quiet here though, but you never know, things can change quite radically in the space of a block in Cairns. So that's the Harvey Norman disposal area just there, down the back there. Didn't see much stuff there last time I was there. Still haven't got myself a big TV. I'll have to chase up my medical insurance claim, and if I get that money, then I might open the purse strings again. But right now I think I'll just keep it fairly conservative. So, like I said, I spent $400 on the trike. Oh, that's amazing. It just got out of centre link. I reckon it took me half hour or up to get my stuff done. I was hoping to just drop off the forms, but they don't allow you to do that. I don't know why I had to see someone, to be honest with you. I just had a chit chat with her. I don't think it had it. She just basically told me that she'll pass it on and just check the form, but that was it, you know. I should have been able to just drop it off, but I guess they have to make sure it's properly filled in, and unfortunately the online system doesn't seem to work. I don't know, I uploaded the forms and I don't know where they went to, but yeah, the half hour is pretty reasonable. There wasn't that big a queue, so that was pretty efficient. But more efficient still if they just allowed me to put the form straight in. I just think that's crazy, but I guess they're dealing with a lot of people who aren't good at filling out forms, and they just have to assume that you're not capable of doing that. So anyway, she was quite pleasant to talk to, and yeah, I'm just going to try to get some masks so I can actually open up my potting mix and sort of protect my breathing. Hopefully the little Japanese $3 store will have those. They've got a lot of stuff. And I'm going to get myself another pizza, because I've got to use up my green pepper before they go rotten. And I don't mind eating pizza anyway, so certainly my appetite's returned. And it's not raining, so that's great. I should hopefully get my tricycle in a couple of days. That'll be good. So yeah, all happening. Hopefully I might just get across it, no problem. They're doing some painting along here. They've half the width of the walkway here, because they're doing some hippie trippy barrier reef type mural. They're painting along here. So yeah, what's the propaganda say? Giving the oceans a voice. It's got the stamp of the Greens on it, is what I reckon. So that's what their result of their labour is. So I suppose it's better than what it was, which is pretty bland. So yeah, a bit of colour won't hurt. Keep them off the streets.